What's up, guys? Tony Perks here again with you guys. Man, it's been such a good week. It's been such a good week. Like, for real, I've learned so much. But anyways, it's Tony Perks, a life and relationship coach. You one take to make it great, where I shoot all my videos in one take. And today we're going to talk about the topic of trust. Trust in a relationship, why it's so important, and maybe a couple things you can do to rebuild that trust if it is broken. All right, especially from a man's point of view, and there's certain things that we cannot allow, but that's what we're going to talk about today. All right, so tune in where we're going to get into the video. All right, guys, let's get it. So, all right, guys. So, we're talking about trust today, trust in a healthy relationship. And just to recap some of those points we were talking about last week, we went over some key ingredients for healthy relationships, and these were respect, trust, honesty, individuality, communication, which I have another video. Check out in the link. Check out in the link below. Anger control, problem solving, understanding, and confidence. But today we're going to focus on trust. So let's get right into it. I pulled up the definition because I want you to understand really what it means to trust, and we can go over this in a relationship aspect. So I'm going to pull it up. Trust is the definition. This is off of Merriam-Webster's dictionary, and it says an assured reliance on the character, ability, strength, or truth of someone or something. So it's the reliance on someone's character, their ability, their strength, truth of someone or something or someone. Okay? So in a relationship, when you have trust, you trust that that person respects your boundaries, respects who you are, and has established for a lack of better terms, a covenant with you. Like that's how a marriage would be. So we can use marriage, for example. And the marriage covenant, you will not cheat, lust at other women, honor them in sickness and in health, through thickness and thin, for better or worse, for richer or poor. All these things, you go into this bond, in this covenant, right? So you have to be able to trust that person to honor that, okay? So when you're looking at a mate and you're looking at someone for a partner status, look at how they act and how they are, and is this person trustworthy? Are they a person of integrity? Do they mean what they say? Do they follow through with their actions? Have they used something that you told them against you, or you told them something in confidence and they went and told somebody else, or they may have said something to you and kind of used it against you later on in a debate or a fight or argument or something like that. You have to look at these and audit this person and see, can you trust them? For men, you have to make sure that you are a trustworthy person. And what I mean by that is, when you say you're going to do something, you have to follow through on those actions. And that's one of the biggest things that we can do as men, is your word is your bond. We know this is together as talking amongst men, your word is bond. So keep that same thing with your relationship with your woman. If you are a man and you have this sense of, I'm a man that I've proven that I'm a man to myself, and I have this sense of self-worth and integrity, then there's really no reason for you to be lying to your woman about the stuff you do. There's really no reason. If you say that you're this man and you're so strong and your ego is so on point, then why would you need to be lying to anybody about what you do? Okay? So that's a good way to audit yourself. But in order to have a successful relationship, you need to have trust in each other. I mean, it's just one of those things that it needs to be there. It makes or breaks the relationship. All right, like you need that trust that you can rely on this person through thick and thin, that if something were need to be done, that they can be there to help or assist or put the effort into trying. And you need that foundational trust. Now, if trust is broken, and when trust is broken, it can be for a lot of things. You could have stepped on the relationship. You could have, in anger, said something about your partner in the midst of an argument, or you could have told a family member something personal about them. You could have You could have said a trigger word to them that you knew was a trigger word, and you just decided to use it anyways because you know that it's going to get a rise at them. All these things can break trust, and there's different levels of breaking trust. But if you ever want to repair trust, it's going to take two willing recipients: the person who broke the trust and the person who obviously was a recipient of that. But in order for that to be mended, the person who had their trust broken needs to be willing to be open for that at one point. And the person who broke the trust, the way that they start to cultivate that trust back is to not do the thing that they broke the trust with. If you do something that breaks your partner's trust, and you know it, and you like, I apologize from sincerely, it was not what I meant, yeah, it was unintentional, or wherever it happened where the trust was broken, then the quickest way is to not do that thing again. Now, I'm not saying there's not going to be residual effects where, your partner may think like, oh, you said that and this, but say you cheated, for example, they're not going to just trust you when you go back out again, even though you're not cheating for 3 or 4 years. Some things it's going to take some time to do. But like I said, there's levels to this. But the best way to do that is to show them with your action that you're not repeating those mistakes again. You're not repeating that same stuff again. You're not going to say those same things again. You're not going to use those trigger words. You're not going to go behind her back and say something. You have to show that with how you present yourself and what you do, and really have that integrity. If you're going to tell her that you're going to do something or you're not going to say something to people, then when you're behind closed doors, act on what you said you were going to do. Be the person who you're telling her you're going to be. Be that man who she deserves, so she can be the woman that you deserve. But it's a two-way street. It takes both sides. So you need to have this trust and foundation in every single relationship if you want this to get through the thick and the thin of storms of life. It's absolutely necessary. If you don't have trust and respect and a good way of communicate, how are you going to survive when the storms are thick and thin and everything looks crazy in your life? How are you going to survive? If you respect each other but you have no trust, you ain't gonna believe what they're doing anyways. So, and that kind of goes hand in hand. You really don't have a lot of respect for somebody if you don't really trust them anyways. So, I mean, all these pieces are critical. So, I want you guys to understand that, why it's so important to have trust in a relationship, and how you can repair it if you lose it. It's possible, but it takes two people to repair that trust. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe to the video. What else do you want to see? I'm going to give it to you, but we're going to get through this series first, okay? So let me know how it goes. Drop a comment on what you think. If you have anything to add to this, anything you've been doing in your own relationship, please drop it. I'd love to see what you guys are going through and what you're getting from this and where I can grow as well, all right? So until next time, love you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease, baby. All right, talk to you soon. Later. Yeah, that's it. I got nothing else. We over. We're done.